Hey guys, I did a mission biography over the life of Adoniram Judson, written by his son, Edward Judson. Adoniram Judson was born in 1788 in Massachusetts. He grew up as a very smart child, was well known to be really good at reading and all like arithmetic and things like that. He loved reading so much that he actually was reading deep theology books from his father's library. He ended up going to Providence College, that's now what we would call Brown University. He was able to graduate at 19 as valedictorian. He ended up working for a year during his senior year, actually at college, and wrote the Elements of English Grammar and the Young Ladies' Arithmetic. During that time, in college, he met a man named E. He was an atheist, and Adoniram was not, but somehow they still became really good friends. So, during that time, after college, they kind of drifted. They went their separate ways. There was no like bad blood or anything like that. They just kind of went their two separate ways. Adoniram was at one point traveling to try to find his journey back to Christ. He felt like he was kind of running from God. So Adoniram ended up staying at this hotel, and this landlord was like, I'm sorry, this is our last room, but the person next to you is sick, and so I'm sorry if they make a lot of noise. And so then he kind of felt the Holy Spirit tug on his heart, like, hey, like, maybe you should go over there and talk about Christ, and just be there and pray over them. And he kind of like pushed it away, went to bed, woke up the next morning and asked the landlord, like, hey, like, how is the guy next door? Like, is he any better? And the landlord was like, well, actually, no, he ended up passing away in the middle of the night, and told him the guy's name, which his name was E. And so at this point in Adoniram's life, he was completely devastated and was very guilty of not taking the opportunity to go and speak to him about Christ. And so this sparked a conversation in his life that led him to dedicating himself to ministry. He ended up going to Andover College for foreign missions. He struggled a little bit with that, but ended up completely committing his life to Christ. The same time, he married a lady named Anne Hazelstein, and a group of them and a bunch of people ended up traveling to India to spread word over there to the Brahmins people. They weren't Baptist, but while he was on the trip over to India, he was trying to translate his Bible into Brahmins, and he ended up coming across the word baptized, and he kind of was, translating it, means full submersion. And what they believed at the time was sprinkling. And so he ended up actually having to go all the way back because they were not going to, the church that was supporting him was not going to support him anymore. And so it was really cool to see that, he switched to the Baptist Mission Society, and they were able to represent him and help send them back over. During his missionary life, it was a lot of ups and downs. He struggled with, going to prison, and, what God had for him and what he thought was going to happen just never happened. And his wife ended up getting sick and passed away on one of their missions. But something that he is really known for is he actually translated the Bible into Brahmins for them. They had not had a Bible that they were able to have until him. He was able to give the local population the dictionary as well. So it was really cool to see a part of his life, even through all of the crazy ups and downs of being in a different country and going through a lot of struggles, Christ always prevailed in his life, and his son being able to write this biography about him, I really enjoyed knowing who he was and who he ended up being in his last moments of life. And so I hope that, you guys listening have a little bit of encouragement to what his missionary career was. Y'all have a great day.